Since centuries, seafarers have carried coconuts as well-preserved sources of food on their long voyages. Along their travels, some of these coconuts may have germinated and taken root in various coastal areas, adapting itself to its new home and growing abundantly. Coconut palm, a tree useful to man in every respect, is the major source of edible oil in our country. India is ranked second in world coconut production. Every part of the palm is useful to man. Hence, it is called Kalpavriksha. The fiber from the husk of the coconut is used in making ropes among other products. Both man and machine are employed in sifting the golden fibers from the husk and stringing them to make strong coir ropes. The fiber is also used to create beautiful coir mats and carpets, which are in great demand the world over. The tall and the dwarf are the two distinctive varieties of coconut which grow abundantly throughout the tropical region. In India, tall cultivars constitute 98 to 99% of the total cultivation. The tall varieties are most extensively grown in plantation scale in all coconut growing tracts of the world. Taller in stature, they grow up to a height of 15 to 18 meters. They normally come to bearing in about 5 to 7 years after planting and attain steady bearing in about 12 to 15 years after flowering. The nuts of the tall cultivars are generally medium to big in size, with good quality and quantity of copra and fairly high oil content compared to those of the dwarf type. West Coast Tall is a common cultivar along the west coast of India. The average yield ranges from 50 to 100 nuts with 176 grams copra content and 68% oil content. Laccadive ordinary is a native of Lakshadweep. The average nut yield is 100 with 176 grams copra content and 72% oil content. This cultivar was released as Chandrakalpa by CPCRI in 1985. Laccadive Micro, yet another cultivar from Lakshadweep, yields 100 to 320 nuts per palm. This cultivar has the highest oil content of 75%. Benolium Green Round is a high-yielding tall cultivar of coconut released as Pratap for cultivation in the Konkan region of the west coast. Its average annual yield is 139 to 160 nuts per palm, with a copra content of 150 grams per nut. East Coast tall, similar to West Coast tall in morphology, is extensively cultivated along the east coast of India. The average yield is 73 nuts and the copra content is 125 grams per nut. Philippines Ordinary is another promising tall cultivar. The dwarf cultivars are characterized by short stature and early bearing. They are short-lived with a lifespan of about 40 to 50 years. The nuts are smaller, copra soft and leathery, and oil content is low with 63 to 66%. The nuts are of three colors: green, yellow, and orange. Chowgut orange dwarf is found sparsely cultivated through the west coast of India. The palms have a characteristic orange color on the leaf petioles, spadices, and nuts. This cultivar, which yields around 63 nuts per palm, has sweet, tender nut water and is recommended and released for tender nut purpose. Chowgut Green Dwarf is an early bearer with annual yield of 77 nuts per palm. Ganga Bondam is a cultivar from East Godavari district in Andhra Pradesh. The nuts are green and papaya-shaped. The mean annual yield is 68 nuts per palm. Malayan Yellow Dwarf is an introduction from Malaysia. The nuts, petioles and spadices are yellow. The annual yield is 66 nuts per palm. The CPCRI Kasargod is a pioneer institute in coconut research. Developing new hybrids to enhance the production of coconuts is one of the mandates of this institute. The first step in hybridization is removal of the male flowers from the inflorescence of the female parent to avoid self-pollination. This is known as emasculation. Collection of pollen from male flowers of lowest spikelets is to be avoided. Collect pollen from male flowers of middle spikelets. Crush the male flowers with the help of a roller. The crushed male flowers should be kept in an oven at 39 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. Only pollen with at least 50% germination should be used for pollination. Sieve the flowers to separate pollen from debris. Collect pollen in glass vials and store in a desiccator over fused calcium chloride. Dilute pollen with neutral chalk powder in 1:9 proportion before use. Then, collect the mixture in a wash bottle. Pollination technique to be used in a garden depends on the type of plantation. When the female parents are scattered in a garden and one interplanted with different type of tall cultivars, controlled hand pollination technique is to be used. This method involves bagging of emasculated bunches for the entire period of female phase and pollinating with desired pollen. The same procedure is also to be followed in the production of T/D hybrids. Pollination is done by pointing the wash bottle into the bag through holes and squeezing. When the bottle is squeezed, pollen chalk mixture inside is released as a cloud to the receptive stigma of the female flower. The process is repeated on the first, third, and fifth day, starting from the day when the first female flower comes to receptivity. The intervarietal hybrids produced in India for commercial planting are tall into dwarf, that is T/D, and dwarf into tall, that is D/T, with different parental combinations. An excellent example of natural pollination for hybrid production is seen at the CPCRI Research Centre at Kidu in Karnataka. In a clearing in the forest, tall and dwarf coconut palms are planted in alternate rows. Without assisted pollination, D/T hybrids are produced naturally. The hybrid Chandra Sankara was developed by crossing Chowgut orange dwarf with the pollen from West Coast tall. It starts yielding in 4 to 5 years with an average yield of 116 nuts per palm. And the copra content is 215 grams per nut. Chandra Laksha, a cross between Laccadive ordinary and Chowgut orange dwarf, has an annual yield of 109 nuts per palm. Kera Sankara, a hybrid between West Coast tall and Chowgut orange dwarf, comes to bearing in 4 to 5 years. The annual yield is 108 nuts with 187 grams copra content. Kera Saubhagya, a hybrid of West Coast tall and straight settlement green, produces around 116 nuts per palm. Ananda Ganga, a hybrid between Andaman ordinary and Ganga Bondam, has an average annual yield of 95 nuts. The copra content is 216 grams and the oil content is 68%. Kerasri is a hybrid between West Coast tall as female parent and Malayan yellow dwarf as male parent. The average annual yield is 100 nuts per palm. The copra content is 216 grams per nut. Laksha Ganga, a hybrid between Laccadive ordinary and Ganga Bondam, comes to bearing in 5 years. It gives 108 nuts per year with a copra content of 195 grams per nut and 70% oil. Kera Ganga was developed by crossing West Coast Tall and Gangabondam. The average annual yield is 100 nuts per palm with copra content of 216 grams per nut. V8C1 and V8C2 are two hybrids released by the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University for cultivation on the East Coast. Selection of mother palm is important in hybridization. Disease-free healthy palms with good yield are selected. 11 to 12-month-old nuts should be harvested during February-March. The nursery is to be prepared in a well-drained area. The difficulty in transporting large coconuts from various parts of the world to develop new hybrids can be overcome using embryo culture. The embryo is scooped out and transferred to a medium where it germinates and takes root. The plants are transferred to bigger test tubes and later to sand-filled pots. After this, they are planted in the field. Management of the coconut garden with irrigation, manuring and mixed farming can help greatly increase the yield per palm.
ஹைபிரிட்டுங்க ஹைபிரிட்னா நட்டக்கூட்டை போட்டிருக்கு நட்டக்கூட்டை போட்டிருக்கிறேன் போட்டு ஒரு 22 வருஷம் ஆச்சு. இதுக்கு முன்னால் சும்மா வேறு நெல் கரும்பு இதுதான் போட்டுருக்குறேன். மகசூல் வந்து சாதாரணமாக நட்ட மரத்துக்கு இங்கே நட்ட மரம் தானே கொட்டை மரம் அதிகமாக இழந்துக்கிட்டு போடுவான். நட்ட மரத்து மற்ற மரத்துக்காட்டில் இது வந்து வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு மரத்துக்கு ஒரு 30 காய் அதிகமாக வருது என்னை பொறுத்து. இந்த மாட்டு எருவு இருக்குது இல்லைங்களா, கம்போஸ்ட் பெட்டு, அது வந்து வருஷத்துக்கு 50 கிலோ போடுவோம். 25 கிலோ 2 தடவை போடுறோம். 6 மாதத்துக்கு ஒருக்கா பிரித்து போடுறோம். 6 மாதத்துக்கு ஒருக்கா பிரித்து போடும்போது ஒரு மரத்துக்கு 2 பையனா ஒரு 25 கிலோ கணக்கு வந்துடும். அது கூட ஒரு 1 கிலோ ஒரு 1.25 கிலோ யூரியா போடுறேன். அது 2ஆக பிரித்து போட்டுறேன். சூப்பர் வந்து 2 கிலோ, அந்த 2 கிலோ சூப்பரை 2 தடவை ஒவ்வொரு கிலோ போடுறோங்க. பொட்டாஸ் அதே மாதிரி 2 கிலோ. கொஞ்சம் ஏதாலும் குறும்பு கம்மியாக இருக்கும்னா ஒரு 1/2 கிலோ பொட்டாஸ் சேர்த்து போட்டுறோம். அதை போடுறோம். ஒரு 10 நாளைக்கு ஒருக்கா மழை காலமாக இருந்ததுன்னா 15-20 நாளைக்கு ஒரு தண்ணி பாய்ப்பேன். மழை காலம் மெல்லிக்கும் போது 10 നാளைക്ക് ഒരു തണ്ണി പാய்ച്ചിടും.
നാടനേക്കാളും കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഈൽഡ് കിട്ടും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ കായ്ക്കുന്ന കൂടുതൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ എണ്ണത്തിൽ കൂടുതൽ കായ്ക്കുന്നത് ആദ്യം തന്നെ 5 വർഷത്തിന് മുമ്പ് കായ്ക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ നാടനാണെങ്കിൽ കുറേ സമയം എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ മെയിൻ്റെനൻസിൽ നല്ല മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്താൽ സങ്കര ഇനം നല്ല കായ്ക്കും. സങ്കര ഇനത്തിന് സാധാരണ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന കെമിക്കൽ മാന്യൂറും ചെയ്യും, പിന്നെ നാടൻ കമ്പോസ്റ്റും ചപ്പ് നമ്മളെ ഈ ഗ്രീൻ മാന്യൂർ, കോമ്പോസ്റ്റ് മാന്യൂർ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ എല്ലാം ഇടുന്നുണ്ടാകുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ മറ്റേ കെമിക്കൽ മാന്യൂർ ഇടും. കെമിക്കൽ മാന്യൂർ 2 പ്രാവശ്യമായിട്ട് കൊടുക്കും. മറ്റേത് 2 വർഷത്തിൽ 1 പ്രാവശ്യം കോമ്പോസ്റ്റ് മാന്യൂർ മറ്റേ ഗ്രീൻ മാന്യൂർ എല്ലാം ഇട്ട് ഒന്ന് മൂടിയിട്ട് ഇളക്കും.
Use of genetically inferior planting material is one of the reasons attributed for the low productivity of coconut. Hence, there is tremendous scope for enhancing coconut production by using improved cultivars and hybrids coupled with adoption of recommended management practices. With farmers taking up new technologies, the coconut scenario in our country will change for the better in the coming years.